Hey guys, so today's video is going to be another writing vlog, except this time it's going to be a little bit different because I am not going to be working on prose in this vlog. So that's a spicy hot take for this one. So for the last few weeks, I've been toying with the idea of just creating things because I can, but I'm actually going to be working on writing and printing a poetry chapbook. Yesterday, I sat down and I don't know what happened. I just vomited some poems. And the thing is, I'm not a poet. I should have started with that. I am not a poet. I've written some poetry for my writing class that I took last semester. I'm no longer taking that class, so I no longer write poetry. And I didn't write poetry before this. Why is a non-poet writing a chapbook? Is because I can. So yesterday I sat down and I wrote like a poem, and I was like, I'm just gonna write down my feelings, and I didn't want to write them in a journal and I didn't want to expel it into prose. I'm not writing a book right now. I just felt very lost in terms of writing, creating, etc., etc. So I just vomited this poem and I called it Grocery Shopping with Catholic Amnesia. It's not a good poem. Like, it's bad. But I did it. I have made it. So it's going into the chapbook and I'm going to print it and give it to my friend. This body of work is going to be the first body of work I've ever written about myself, which is weird. Very loud in the other room, but I just wrote another poem. I didn't think this was going to be enjoyable to ever write anything about myself, but I'm finding that even though these poems are not good, that I can definitely enjoy this process. I wrote another poem. This one is pretty short though, it's very short. The document is at 2,000 words, and I'm at my 8th poem. This is the 8th one I wrote. I called it Marrying the Ghost in My Basement. And it's just me like being a hypocrite. It's very late. And I just wanted you to update, but the poems have been printed, so now I can edit them. We're in a fancy hotel. It's so fancy. We're going to see Mamma Mia. But it is super fancy. It has like open concept bathroom, a whole kitchen. Let's see. What is this? And then there's me. And Sarah. It's so pretty.
Don't know what I'm doing, I can't make up my mind. Can't see where I'm going, it's too dark outside.
Hey guys, it's super late on May 6th. I just wanted to do an update on the poems. I just did an editing pass on all of them, and I'm really feeling much better about them. Before I thought they were all trash, but now I think they're better. Hey guys, so I wanted to do a bit of an update because yesterday I was very rushed. Before I thought they were all like trash, and now I think they're like readable trash. I have the 8 poems. I feel like it needs one more, and I think I know what it's gonna be about. Hey guys, so it's pretty late on May 8th. It's 12:30 in the morning. So I actually printed out the chapbook just as a test. But yeah, it looks like this. It's gonna be kind of difficult to flip this with one hand, but it looks pretty good, I would say, on the inside. Hey guys, so I wanted to do a bit of a check-in. I'm having a really good writing day. Me and Sarah did a few writing sprints with Soto and Shaylin today, which were really, really successful. I wrote 500 words for Fostered 7. I don't know, have I revealed the title? Houses with Teeth. So I wrote more of the beginning, which is wild because I started it on the weekend. I wrote 500 words of it, and I think I've gotten the ball rolling a little bit. I got past the hardest part that was giving me a really hard time, so that's really exciting. So now I can actually get into parts that aren't as difficult for me to write. As for the poetry book, I'll show you guys it in the light. Ah, she looks so good. I love it. I love it. It looks so good. So this is just the mock-up here. This is just the mock-up. I think it turned out really well. Hey guys, so I just wrote my last poem. It's very late, which is why I'm so tired. The poem is really disjointed. Luna, please. Look, it's bunnies. Bye-bye, bunnies. Luna. Good morning, guys. My hair is wet. So today is Mother's Day, and I'm being a bad child, and I'm going out to a concert tonight. I'm going to go see Wallows. I edited the poem. I don't like it very much. Like, there's some lines that I don't mind, but I feel like there's no point, nor does it fit. I might just cut it out because I wrote all the other poems in such close succession that it doesn't really feel like it fits. So that means I might be able to just start printing stuff. I wrote tons for Boys on a Boat, which if you're familiar with, I talked about a lot in my previous vlog. So yeah, it's just my project, the little side project, side story I'm working on with Lonan and Harrison, and I'm digging it. I wrote like maybe 1,000 words in it. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's about 1,000. And I'm really getting the story moving, so I am ready for my concert. This is kind of more of a PSA that I won't get any writing done for the rest of the weekend. Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing another update. It is May 14th, and I got home from school a while ago. I don't even know what time it is. I recently wrote quite a bit in Boys on a Boat, which I'm very excited about. There's lots of tea. This has become less and less about the poetry. The chapbook is basically done, because I don't think I'm gonna include that last poem that I was writing, because it just doesn't fit. Like, the whole chapbook was written, like I was saying, in such a short succession of time that it feels really strange to include kind of an alien poem that I've recently written. And I did write some of, I looked again at Houses with Teeth yesterday. I think because Sarah was right. When I was doing that writing sprint, Sarah was like, just come back and read it later and you're probably not gonna hate it as much. And she's right. I don't hate it as much. I truly couldn't read through it because I was nervous and kind of scared to read through it fully, but I did read the last bits of dialogue and I like that. So good morning, everybody. So it is May 18th. I'm gonna go get breakfast and then possibly work on some writing. I don't know. Hey guys, so I wanted to do an update yesterday, if you're wondering. I wrote the weirdest short story. It is like a 600-word flash fiction. I'm not sure if I will expand it. I probably will. I had an idea to write a short story from the point of view of a cactus since last week. And yesterday I sat down and I wrote, this girl buys a cactus as a replacement boyfriend, and it's in the point of view of the cactus. I've also been drafting tons of boys on a boat lately. Like, I thought I was at 5k words yesterday, and then I checked my document when I went to go add on to it, and I was like at 6.3k, and it was like, okay. Hey guys, it's almost 10 in the morning. It's May 23rd, which is very surprising to me. I thought it was like May 18th. I did a lot of writing yesterday, but I've been working on Boys on a Boat. And I expanded that quite a bit yesterday. I was actually working on a scene. It's actually the boat scene. So there's like two parts of the boat scene. One part is sort of mostly backstory, like Harrison. It's basically in Harrison's point of view. It's like third person limited to Harrison. He is basically reminiscing sort of like a memory that he had with Lonan for a scene I would have written last summer. The second half I wasn't very happy with because it had gotten very dramatic. So I wrote about like 1,000 words maybe yesterday. I didn't completely check. Hey guys, so it's 1:20 in the morning. I guess it's now May 29th because it's very late. But I think I just utterly terrified myself with the story that I just wrote. I scared myself with this story. I'm calling it Water Burials for the Living. It's like 4,000 words. I was not expecting to finish it today because I didn't know how to end it. So I'm really surprised. So I wrote probably 2,500 to 3,000 words of it today, which is wild. Hi guys, so it's almost 1 a.m. again. I have been editing so many stories today. Like I mentioned, Sarah and I are working on a short story collection. I'm just trying to edit the stories a bit. They're not going to be fully edited. I haven't done any developmental edits on any of these stories since I wrote them, but for the sake of giving them to some teachers and to some friends, I don't really mind just doing a quick line edit and then handing them off. So I went over Sleight of Hand, the like when you close your eyes. Dandelion I'm not looking over because it's already published, so like what's the point? And then NYC in Your Apartment. So I only have Water Burials for the Living and Growing Season if I finish that story for this collection. Hey guys, so it's actually May 30th. It's been a while since I updated. Quickly, I know I wanted to mention Water Burials for the Living it's a short story I wrote. It's about 3,600 words if you're wondering. Follows Izzo, Lewis, and Dahlia. Izzo is the narrator, and they're a group of friends. They're all neighbors. Dahlia has recently moved to their neighborhood like in the past year or so. I have not figured that out yet. I'll figure that out in the revision. And Lewis and Izzo have been friends since they were children because they've lived in the same neighborhood, and basically Lewis and Izzo kind of fight over Dahlia because they both like her. Izzo wins because she's a badass. She's the dominant force of the relationship. Dahlia is kind of like the bubbly manic pixie dream girl of the relationship, and Lewis is like the quiet soft boy. Also Izzo is killer, like she's cutthroat, she's coming for your wig. So basically the story follows them as they head into the woods to go to this lake, this little body of water that has been rumored to be haunted by a little boy who drowned there. And Dahlia, who is like really clairvoyant and into sort of magic and stuff, she takes them there because she wants them to witness the paranormal with her. That's where some things happen. It freaked me out when I was writing. Like, it's mostly about Izzo being a very dominant young lady. Like, she ridicules Lewis because he's like too soft. So she's like, you're too much of a soft boy, so clearly you're inadequate. And then Dahlia, she likes her, but she literally like degrades her. It's very toxic. So writing has been going incredibly well though, so I've gone through edits on so many of the short stories. I know I mentioned that yesterday. I also wrote so much of Boys on a Boat, which needs a name. Funny enough, Water Burials for the Living was supposed to be the name of Boys on a Boat. That's how I came up with it, because there's a line about Lonan looking like he's about to be on a water burial. But like, it was too literary in a sense and didn't really fit the tone of Boys on a Boat. Boys on a Boat doesn't have like a YA voice or anything. It's just very neutral. So to have this very like obscure, literary, flowery title didn't really suit it. I feel like it needs like a 1 or 2 word title, not really a long literary sentence as a title. The idea for that short story just kind of stemmed from the title. I'm currently in like positive landia, like all of the bad things, Lonan has stopped angsting, things are going well. I know it's gonna go bad again, but you know, that's just how it be. Hey everyone, so it's June 1st, which means the month has ended, and so has this writing vlog. This was not meant to be a monthly writing vlog, it just kind of turned into one, and I thought it would just make the most sense to wrap it up here, but I know there was a lot more like vloggy bits too, but if you like those kinds of things, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!